it's me. I thought about us for a long, long time. Maybe I think too much that something's wrong. There's something here that doesn't last too long. Maybe I shouldn't think of you as mine. You should probably look that up. That is Hello, It's Me by Todd Rundgren. We're going to turn that down. Anyway, that's what's in my head right now. God, I love this song, though. I really do. We've got the All of You is Magic deck again, and the Tarot of the Cat people. We're going to see what kind of information we need to know today. Somebody is not feeling too great. All right, I had to turn that off because of my freaking ADHD. Anyway, because I can't pay attention to more than one thing at a time. Hey, look, I've been playing with Henna today. All right, let's look at these cards. We already had the Five of Cups fall out. The possibilities ahead are limitless. We are not meant to write the story before we live it. This moment is your story. Sink into it. Feelings and emotions are energies that move through you. Allow them to be heard and felt without being in control of them. Your life story is like an intricate piece of artwork. Each turn, twist, and evolution in your journey makes you the unique, beautiful soul that you are. Somebody is overthinking. Somebody is trying to... I was thinking about this earlier. This message was coming through. You cannot figure out if something is a sure thing when it involves more than just you. You simply cannot do that. You have to be willing to roll the dice with things when there's more than one person involved. If you're not allowing that to happen, then you're being controlling. And that's not really cool to other people. But I feel like it feels like somebody's stuck in heartbreak. We've got this Five of Cups here, and it's just, you know, cat's looking for water. She's looking at the cat. This guy's like, well, my cup's empty. There's these 3 cups here, but they're not empty. So somebody is just, I don't know. We're disappointed all around. Nobody seems to have anything to fill anything. And yet we're not moving forward. We're stuck in this place of, boy, it's probably... It feels like fear and anxiety, not knowing how things are going to turn out, or trying too hard to predict the future or play out scenarios in your head other than sit in the moment. This moment is your story. Sink into it. What is one tangible thing that you can do to sink into this moment? How about we take a breath? Let's just take a breath here. Just inhale and hold it for a couple of seconds. Inhale. Hold it. And then we're going to exhale here and just let it out hard. All right, so now that we're here, just feels like a mess of emotions, not understand. Wow, these all came out in the reverse, and I don't do that. 9 of Cups, inverted. The Chariot, inverted. It's like something is running away from us, or perhaps we have sat and waited too long for the perfect moment that would never come, because we've been in our head trying to figure out what's the best answer, what's the best possible solution. What am I hearing right now? Like, I used to be guilty of this when I was younger, before I healed a lot. It was trying to concoct a story in my head that sounded good in order to work things out, instead of simply being honest. And it has a lot to do with past childhood trauma and things like that, trying to escape abuse and whatnot. But I carried that too far forward into my adulthood, and thankfully I left that behind. But it's like, how are we going to, there's nothing left. It's like every cup is empty here. Our wish fulfillment is going out the window. The Tower inverted here, you know. instead of seeing this as a, wow, I really enjoy on this card, like everybody's surrounded in these bubbles of light. There is light coming out of the neck of the cat here, and everybody who is falling, even the little cat down there, is surrounded in light, and this illumination is understanding. So I feel like we're resisting, you know, things are falling apart, but what is it that is being illuminated in that crumbling? Because something is being illuminated. There is some sort of understanding, realization. It's, you know, and in most decks, you know, that's represented by lightning, but this is light. It's very air. It's very mental. It is an understanding. It is a realization, and there's something, we're resisting a truth that is really making things fall apart here, has held us back, or caused us to either move too fast in one direction or the other, or move in the wrong direction. And now at this moment, I just feel like we are, it feels like we have lost so much. And I understand this, especially with my life history and the things that I've been through. And I have literally hit rock bottom so many times because of trauma and incidents and other things that were well beyond my control. But like, there is always more. We are always in control of the present moment. Knight of Pentacles here. Knight of Pentacles, and as my dear friend Tamlin likes to say, the anything is possible card. That's what I always love. I love the anything is possible card. What I'm seeing in this Knight of Pentacles, we've got all these little planty poofs coming up, and boy, they certainly remind me of the illumination that's happening in this Tower card. We have grounded and planted that understanding and illumination, and are starting to walk forward carefully and in control. This is a Knight of Pentacles, obviously, so very slow moving. We've got, look at his little feet. I just love this deck. His little feet have, every step is very careful, based in illumination, based in understanding that we have received from what we have been through. We've got this leopard here that he's riding on there. You know, for a Knight of Pentacles, this is pretty blue. We've got the star, but again, you know, with this illumination, we've got the blue pentacle here. This is somebody who is grounded not just in action, but in thought, and also in word, and very, very carefully moving forward, slowly and steadily, to make sure that everything is taken in the field of vision. We're seeing every little moving piece, and we're taking our time. So the truth is, yes, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything you want is possible, so long as you are making the most of it in the moment. If you are constantly fretting about the future or what might happen, fretting about the past and what did happen, and having all of those emotions whipped up and around and through you, you're not going to be moving anywhere. Your life story is like an intricate piece of artwork. Each turn, twist, and evolution in your journey makes you the unique, beautiful soul you are. What might your past look like on paper? Try to sketch it and add representations of your favorite things along the way. Good Lord, that sounds like my synesthesia. Anyway, that's another story for another time. What does your past look like? What do you want your path to look like? You know, how do we, it's not even about, I think a lot of people get hung up on, is it the right choice? Is it the wrong choice? Do I do this? Do I do that? Dialectics, honey, is the way to go, because many things are true at once. And it's not about making the right choice. It's about choosing and committing to that choice and managing the fallout or whatever happens from that choice moving forward, that is the best that you can do every time. If you look at every decision as a win or lose, you know, as a good or bad, then you're falling into this imaginary place of duality, and the world is not black and white. It is not either or, it is not this or that. It is a flippant spectrum of gorgeous beauty that we can learn from at any moment, even through the difficulty. Some of the, if you want to look up post-traumatic growth, that's a thing that really happens to people who have been through horrible circumstances. I'm one of those people. And those circumstances become a catalyst for people's growth and transformation. And that is a very real thing. It is such a hard, I will never, ever, ever tell you that what you have been through, your difficulties, are a blessing to you. I will never tell you that, because that is not for me to decide, number one. Number two, they may not be, you know. Things are still bad, even if we have moved on and healed and learned from it. It doesn't make it a positive experience. It doesn't make it a blessing in our life. We can accept it for what it is, as something that was difficult, as something we would never want anybody to go through. But we can also say, you know what, I am grateful for how it shook me up and allowed me to make some necessary changes. It revealed these cracks in my armor. It revealed this. It allowed me to move towards something else. And that is the blessing. When we can take what we have been through and allow it and transmute it and alchemize it to push us forward even more, that is the blessing. It's not the crap that you've been through in the past. And I swear I'm so sick of hearing practitioners say this. It's not about what you went through. It's about what you do with it. It's about what you do with it and what you make of it. And that is the blessing that you can give yourself, by allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel, by not staying stuck in possibilities or past situations, but being present in the moment right now and saying, I want something different. I want something different. Let me take one little step to making that different in my life. What is that little step? 7 of Cups. Once again, we have the illumination. We've got that light bubble around all 7 of those cups. But I feel like the choice is pretty obvious. There's only one of these cups with an adorable little cat head in it, and you're just going to have to, because look at him. Come on. Like, why would you choose any of these other cups? Look at this little guy. He's like, pick me. You know you want to. You have to. It's the cat distribution system. If there's a cat in the cup, you got to take it. There you go. There's your advice. Okay. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Be gentle with yourselves. And take a breath or 2 or 6 at some point. Love you. Bye.